everyone? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale with Zareldo back on the line. Zareldo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey man, I'm great. Happy to be back on the channel.
Happy to have you back on, man. Last time, people were a huge fan the last time you came on the channel. It felt like a year ago. I don't know how long it's been, but you really, really broke down bridgespam, right? Like every little nuance of it.
Yeah, I did.
And today we're gonna do something totally different. You actually planned this whole video out for me, so thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Guys, make sure you watch the ads because I'll split the ad revenue in today's video with Zareldo. Zareldo, tell us what we're gonna be doing today. What are we gonna be talking about, man?
So today we're going to be focusing on how to beat higher level players and make the best of your cards. So for this, I made a tier list of all the cards based on being one level lower, as well as a deck guide on how to work with your levels and know what to use.
So yeah, this tier list, I love it. We're gonna talk about this tier list, and this is specifically just to kind of define this. This is a list that you created, cards that if you don't have them all maxed, right? So they're under leveled or whatever. These are the cards you highly recommend people to use, and then recommend, avoid, and never use. So instead of talking about all these cards, 'cause I have a lot of questions. Some of the cards, especially in your avoid category, that I'm like, hey, I thought some of these cards were pretty decent, like Mega Knight and Wizard, for example, in the kind of mid-ladder, right? And then there's some cards that you highly recommend that I'm not sure about as well. So why don't you pick out, one or two cards, just kind of briefly explain before we jump into the gameplay here. Briefly explain why you like them, and you have your mini account here on the video too that you'll be playing live with.
Yeah, I'll be picking just one card from each category and explaining why they're there. These are like the cards that may not be obvious why they're so good. So first, in the highly recommend category, Goblin Cage is there because many people don't use Goblin Cage, but since it recently got buffed, being able to pull a tank, buy your cards more time, and then still have a unit come out of it and help defending is very useful, and it still works me 2 or 3 levels lower.
Oh wow,
In the
okay.
recommend category, I have Fireball and Poison, which people might think those cards are essential, they're very good, you should use them, but there's two issues with these. When your Poison is 1 level lower, you cannot kill Musketeer, you cannot kill Wizard, cards like that, and it's only in recommend because Witch is so common, but if you want to use Poison, you gotta use Log, and basically the same thing goes for Fireball. Another card that's in avoid if possible that people might think is a very good card in mid ladder is Mega Knight.
Yeah,
I
I was
put
gonna ask
Mega
you about
Knight
him.
in this category just because some people overlevel like a Valkyrie, a mini pekka, a witch. When cards are 2 levels higher than a Mega Knight, it usually doesn't work at all. So that's why it's in avoid. And finally, in the never used category, a card I want to point out is Furnace. Because Furnace isn't a bad card in and of itself, but this is a classic example of when you're 1 level lower, the interaction changes completely and the card turns useless. So Furnace doesn't reach a tower when you're 1 level lower. And in general, why cards are in the category they are in is how much value they can provide while still being lower level than your opponent.
Okay, so again, I want to be very clear here because some people are going to be like, wait, I have Mega Knight and I love Mega Knight and I use Mega Knight and Wizard or whatever. But these are, again, if these cards are a little bit under leveled, this is the tier list, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
it does take into consideration that sometimes you may face cards that are 2 levels lower. So
Sure.
Minion Horde and Minions, for example, if they're level 10, I would avoid them altogether because getting a level 12 zap is easy and that kills them. So, and also Goblin Gang and Goblin Barrel are in recommend even though they die to a high level zap. They're only here because if you use them properly, they can be used at level 10 against max players. So there's some more factors into this than just how strong they are.
Okay. So let me ask you this then, Zarelda. So by logic of your list here, if I was an underleveled player and I was frustrated going against higher level players consistently, I would just build a deck with Hog, Inferno Tower, Valkyrie, Guards, Dark Goblin, Zap, log, and fireball, right? I mean, it has all of your highly recommended cards in it. Isn't that the best deck by logic, by based on this this tier list?
Well, this tier list isn't everything because it doesn't take into consideration how cards synergize. The deck you just mentioned happens to be alright, actually. I
Yeah.
have four of these cards in one deck that I'll be showing later, but that's why I also made a guide that helps you build a deck. And I can put this in the description because it's quite long, but basically what it boils down to is a blueprint for certain archetypes on how to build a deck, and it's not restricted. This will be very useful if your cards, for example, range from level 9 to level 12 and you don't really know what to use. Sometimes it's better to use a card that's not recommended instead of one that is recommended just because of level. So
Okay, cool.
Max Ebarts would probably be a better card than, let's say, a level 8 Valkyrie or something.
Okay. Okay, it makes sense. I mean, 3 cards that I want to kind of point out before we go on to the next, part of this video is I always recommend my viewers consider Giant Skeleton, Tornado, and Tombstone. I noticed that those 3 cards were in your recommended, but not highly recommended, not like your top S tier. Maybe just a sentence or two on each of those cards. Why don't you highly recommend those 3?
Yeah, since Tornado got nerfed, it buys you less time to give your cards to kill their cards. So
Yeah.
it used to be 2 seconds, now it's 1 second. When you pull their cards back, it usually doesn't buy you enough time anymore like it used to. And pulling maxed cards to your king you can take a lot of damage if you're lower level. Then
It's true.
Tombstone. Tombstone is a very good card if you're under level, but some cards in combination with spells require one less hit to kill it. So that's why I didn't quite put it in highly recommended. And then Giant Skeleton, it depends if you're level 12, it will be a great card, but if you're lower than that, the bomb sometimes won't even kill max cards, and the Giant Skeleton itself doesn't do that much. So that's why it's just recommended and not highly recommended.
Okay, sounds good, man. Well, I want to go ahead and see you play some of your recommended decks that are under leveled. But before we do, can you maybe we have like a minute left in this replay anyway. Can you maybe touch a little bit upon, you said we're going to have that deck guide, how to build a deck guide. And I advise all of you guys to check out Zareldo's his Twitter information, his Twitch information, where he streams live daily. And of course, the deck guide, all will be in the show notes below. But can you kind of give us the basics? Like, how are you picking your win condition first? And then are you picking your spells? Or tell us a little bit about that.
The most broad category I have here is Golem, Bridgespam, Giant, Royal Giant, Pekka, Egolem, and Ramrider. Those have basically the same blueprint. What I have here is 1 or 2 win conditions. So the main card you want to be using, and maybe a Goblin Barrel or a Miner as a second win condition. Then 1 non-swarm tank killer or a building. So Mini Pekka, Lumberjack, Prince, or a building. So you can kill their tank, and if they have spells, it won't be an issue. Then 1 splash damage unit, speaks for itself. 1 small spell and 1 big spell. Well, this can be broken. Of course, they're just guidelines, they're not rules. But in general, I recommend for these cards you have a big spell and a small spell. Then 1 ranged unit, in case they make a bad play or something, you can play it in the other lane, reach their cards, and then counter push. It's very useful, and then you can keep the cards alive. And then 1 or 2 additional support cards, which can be anything. The only things I don't recommend is having 2 big spells or 2 buildings, and that's basically what I recommend for Golem, Bridgespam, Giant, Royal Giant, Pekka, E-Golem, and Ramrider. And just keep in mind, try to use your highest level cards that are recommended.
Okay. Sounds good, man. That was a good synopsis. And again, you guys can feel free to check out the text guide below on that. All right, so we talked about how to make a deck. We talked about which cards to use. Are you ready to play and kind of give some gameplay tips as we go?
Yep, I'm ready. The first deck I'm going to be using is Valkyrie, Hog, Logbait.
Yeah, can you just share the deck in the chat before you go in?
Yeah, right. I shared it. The first deck is going to be this base.
I like this one. All right, so the 2 win conditions, the Inferno Tower, Princess, This is a really solid one. You're in a match here on your mini account. Level 11
Yep.
versus level 12. Perfect. Here we go. So what's your starting hand like?
My starting hand was Hog, Barrel, Inferno, and Princess. So, Barbarians, max Barbarians. I'm gonna need to use my Princess and Skeleton Army for this. Fireball doesn't kill them. My tower still needs 2 hits afterwards. But luckily, if he spells my Princess, I can just use Skarmy. But it does look like, since
you use
I'm
Skarmy,
3
yeah.
levels lower, I will need to use my Skarmy.
It
If
does
I
look
was
that
just
way.
Yeah, if I just was 1 or 2 levels lower, I wouldn't need to use it. I'm gonna Inferno here because he might need to use a troop for my... There it is.
Okay.
Gonna zap the Prince and then actually Valkyrie here. Again, 2 levels lower. Normally, if you were 1 level lower, I don't think I would have needed to use my Valkyrie, but it looks like in this matchup my most important card is gonna be my Inferno Tower. Just gonna Princess here. It needs 2 hits in combination with I mean, if it gets 1 hit, my tower still needs 2 hits. So that's just again 3 levels difference. I think for most people they're not gonna be facing people that are 3 levels lower, so it shouldn't be this extreme.
Yeah, I like that you pushed nice and high for the video on your mini account, I should say. All right. So are you playing?
So
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, unfortunately, does it? Oh, the zap too. Nice, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna ignore the Skarmy on the right because it doesn't do more than the left side, and then just Skarmy his miner. Fireball doesn't kill barbs. Normally it does, but that's not that big of a deal since I have Zap. That's also why I chose Zap instead of most bait decks use Log. I chose Zap because my Fireball doesn't finish stuff.
Okay.
Just gonna Barrel and Princess since he had Skarmy last time. Okay, Wizard. I'm gonna make sure the Prince doesn't charge and my Inferno hits it.
Okay.
I haven't seen a win condition yet.
It looks like he has only minor.
Okay, only minor. So that's not a big deal.
Nope.
I outcycled his barbs, I think, but let's see. I'm gonna actually protect my princess by using the Valkyrie there. Okay. And then another barrel.
Nice zap.
I'm gonna have Skarmy ready for minor. There we go.
Nice, nice, nice. All right, not over yet, but it's tough. This is tough, man.
Yeah, 3 levels lower.
Yeah.
Normally 1 or 2 is not a big deal, but
he doesn't have any big spells, so it's just like, can you keep stopping him? I don't know.
Okay, just gonna fireball right here.
Yep, smart decision. I like it. You get a lot of damage there.
Just zapping just to make sure the wizard didn't get a hit in.
Good call there. Good call. All right, here we go.
The wizard could focus on the Skarmy, so my barrel. Yeah, there we go.
Ooh, he goes with the barbs.
Princess first. I'm actually not gonna fireball yet, because I want to clip this wizard because I just want to play it safe right now.
I love this, man. This is
I'm
killing
actually gonna Skarmy plus Valk if he places his miner now. I have Zap for this. Okay, I need Skarmy fast. He played that well. I'm gonna actually Valkyrie here because they would
need something, right?
Skarmy.
Yeah. Finally, Princess gets a shot on those minions. All right, that was dangerous.
Okay,
Triple elixir time.
Let's see. I have 2 princesses now.
Can you zap that?
Zap.
Yes! Oh, man, dude. That was insane. Holy crap. All right, GG's, man. GG's.
Insane.
That was very intense. What a way to start the video. So share the second deck, and let's keep this going.
Okay, my second deck is going to be Pekka, Hog, Mortar. I decided to use Pekka as a tank killer here because my swarm cards just aren't reliable enough, and my mini Pekka is level 11, so most of the interactions would change too much.
Okay.
Okay. My starting hand is Hog.
Oh, you're in a match. My bad. Okay.
Hog, Fireball. Did I forget to share the deck?
No, I have it, man. We're good.
Oh, okay.
So are you using your hog more or your mortar more as an offensive win condition early on?
Offensively, I use my hog a lot more.
Okay.
Because sometimes mortar does nothing. Just
Okay.
because a high level mini tank just deals with it so well.
Max elite
Okay.
barbarian. Surprise, surprise, right?
Never face those. That's why I put pekka in this deck. So my mini pekka or lumberjack would just get shredded by those
Maxi
cards.
barbs. Yeah. So he goes in
Yeah.
with this guy's
Okay.
playing, and this is you can't. There's no meta decks in this ladder. There's just no. Gonna scar
Yep,
me.
they
Okay.
don't exist. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't have Skarmy in this deck. I have
Oh my bad. Yeah.
okay.
So he fireballs that. That's good for you.
What were his mortar counters? He used Battle Ram last time and Archers. So if I have Log or Pekka, I should be fine.
Okay.
Kinda want to use my Pekka for Elite Barbs though.
Yeah. So here you just
Let's
kind of
see.
are you playing extra passive because you're under leveled, or are you still playing like you would if you were on your max account?
No, I'm playing way more passive.
Okay.
Right there, that wouldn't have gotten a hit if my Pekka was same level. That's just those small interactions make a big difference.
This is what my viewers always complain about. Now I understand.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. His elite barbs are in cycle probably, but he might not have elixir. I'm not sure. So
I didn't
yeah, I'm
have it,
playing a
but-
lot more passively than normally because I need more elixir to defend.
And it's paying
I
off
can't-
too. You can see that he's playing like even despite his level advantage, he's playing so much more aggressively.
I
You're
just played my thing in the corner just to bait his zap, but it doesn't look like he's gonna E-barbs now.
No.
Max Dark Prince too. I'm just gonna log it because I want to save my Pekka still.
Ooh.
I can defend other stuff using my bait cards, but I really need Pekka for E-barbs. Even normally, Pekka would just survive with like 80% HP. It's like 40% now.
I love this, man.
Just gonna log. He probably won't be quick enough with Zap on the bats. Yeah, and that's game.
Wow,
Backhand
dude.
hand just
This is a
in place.
solid deck, man. You made it look really easy there. Nothing like the first match, but I like it. I like that. Now, there's Hog in both these decks. Is there Hog Rider in your third and fourth decks as well?
No, my third deck is gonna be Giant, and my fourth deck is gonna be RG. I'm gonna share the Giant deck first.
Okay.
I put Hog in two decks because if you outcycle them, it will do a lot of work even at lower levels.
Yeah.
And if you play a maxed card, a maxed Hog into a maxed counter for Hog, it's still gonna do nothing. So it's not that level dependent.
Okay, let's go ahead and check out the Giant one. Feel free to search for a match.
So
Okay, so you're in a jam. So with this deck, tell us a little bit about like how you're playing this one early on.
okay, so early on, I still want to be passive, even
Okay.
though Giant usually is quite aggressive in single. I want to be passive right here because I'm lower level. See what my ideal push is and then build it later on.
Okay.
I don't want to have like a push get killed by a certain card because I wasn't prepared. So it's
Ooh,
gonna
like that.
be
Yeah.
Pekka Witch. So if I gianted at the beginning right there, it would have been
It would've been
bad for
screwed.
me, but I did
Yeah.
it. Okay,
So
so
nice, easy
I'm
fireball
actually-
for you there.
Yeah, and Zap for the wizard. It doesn't kill the witch at this level, so I'm gonna need my baby dragon for offense.
So this is a perfect time
I'm
to Giant
gonna
in the
take-
back here, right?
It is. He has Valkyrie, Pekka, and Witch, so I'm gonna have to use Prince and Baby Dragon in every push.
Okay.
I can also, if he Pekka's in the back near the end of the game, pull his Pekka using Miner to the other lane. But
Okay.
I only recommend doing that if you... What is this?
Whoa!
I only recommend doing that if it's near the end of the game because you still have to defend otherwise.
Okay.
So, strange deck,
Uh-huh.
as we established earlier.
Yeah.
I'm actually not gonna support this.
Yeah, smart move. So a max Royal Giant comes at you. It doesn't get any hits, though. And now you can see what he wants to do here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Good fireball.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Fireball, yeah, and then let my bandit. Okay, I'm
Dash.
gonna zap because of the rage.
This dude,
And then
man,
mine.
loves the rage. Wow, this deck is Pekka, Royal Giant, Witch, Wizard, Valkyrie, Fireball, Hog Rider, Rage. I have seen it all. All right.
Yeah, that's the thing with low level ladder, you gotta be prepared for everything. You never know what you're gonna face. So
This dude's gonna rage it up again.
I don't think it's in cycle. I'm gonna giant in front of this, because the Pekka will probably die to this, and then miner to get more chip.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait with my fireball till he plays his witch, because I need it for his witch.
Yeah, like you have no answer for the witch. Well, I guess Baby D, but
except Baby Dragon. Yeah, I'm gonna fireball now.
And he does it again. Why is this dude just dropping them there like that?
My zap was a misclick. It was meant to be on the wizard, but my finger slipped. Okay, so unfortunately, because of his deck, I wasn't able to keep up. So he's gonna take the win here with this Royal Giant. It's unfortunate, but I think it kind of showcases how to use this deck. It's not foolproof, of course. If you're higher level, you can win quite easily, but that's just how ladder is.
That is how ladder is, man. I thought you had him there, but I guess that one misclick, I guess, probably got you, right?
Yeah, that one misclick caused my other stuff to die. It happens. So,
all right,
yeah, it's unforgiving, especially when you're lower level. But
yeah, you make like one little mistake and you're so easily punished. That sucks. All right, so so we got the Royal Giant deck.
I'm back.
All right, so this Royal Giant deck is a little bit different than your typical Royal Giant deck. So are you playing it very conservatively, obviously?
Yeah, the key to using RG while being low level is to dance around their tank killers like Mini Pekka and E-Barbs. And then you can fall back on Minion Horde and Barbarians for defense usually. Okay. So it looks like this guy's actually gonna be the same. Never mind. Some of his cards are the same level as mine, but
but he's level 13 too, so.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna fireball a bit too late, but it's fine. I wanted to hit the Tesla, but Tesla, Wizard, Valkyrie, Baby Dragon. It might be Hog, it might be Graveyard, I'm not sure.
You never know, right?
Or maybe RG could be too. Yeah. Still gonna play conservatively. I don't know what he has to kill RG, except Tesla.
Oh, Balloon, okay.
I'm gonna block my archers from the Baby Dragon. Balloon Rage, alright. Rage is so common down here.
Yeah, man, Rage is everywhere. But your bandit does get a lot of damage on that tower, and now he has to respond to these archers here, so I guess not too bad. He had to waste so much elixir there.
Yep, so I'm gonna RG in the back now. I'm hoping his Tesla will get within fireball range by the time it reaches my RG. Let's see.
So he has Wizard and Baby Dragon, so it's not like you can really rely on your Minion Horde here.
No, but I can just... I'm gonna just split barbs, tank a couple hits from the Tesla, and then log. I get like half the tower.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more than half, actually. I'm gonna wait with my bandit, so I have more elixir in case he balloons. It might get a hit or two, but that's fine. Okay, let's see here. I'm expecting him to...
He's gonna do the same thing.
Use his, okay, let's see.
Oh, wow. Mega Knight. All right.
I'm actually gonna pull it. Barbs alone would die pretty easily to max the... level 12 Mega Knight.
Yeah.
So my RG is just gonna die here, but it's fine. If he balloons here, I have Fireball for Wizard plus Balloon, so that's good.
Looks like he's not going to. Maybe he is. Let's see. He might balloon. Let's see what he does here.
Yep. There it is. I'm just gonna Minion Horde instead, actually. Yep. And then RG in front.
Okay.
His Valkyrie will make the towers equal, but my Minion Horde will survive.
Oh yeah, Minion Horde going to town here. Man, all you need is that rage like he does. Nice Baby D.
Okay, I'm just gonna actually just want him to
Spell cycle,
not
baby.
blue now. Yeah, I can spell cycle now.
All right, there it
Thank you
goes,
very
man. GG's, taking down level 13 to end out the video. Zareldo, you played very well, man. 3-1, not too bad.
Yeah, I think I did pretty well. The loss was unfortunate, but in
It
low
happens,
ladder, there's
right?
not much you can do. Sometimes the decks just are unpredictable, counter you in a weird way.
Yeah,
It's
indeed,
all
man.
about just win more than you lose. That's all it takes. to
That's the
push
pro
through
tip.
more.
That's the best pro tip of them all, right? Win more than you lose. So, Zareldo,
Yeah,
thank you so much for coming on, man. Any final thoughts, or where can people find you?
Yeah, my Twitter @Zareldo. I'll be posting a lot of content there. My Twitch, twitch.tv/Zareldo. I stream most days. When this video is live, I think I will be live right now. On my Twitter, there's also a 5 Clash Royale giveaway right now, and a couple shout outs. I want to say hi to Connor, Necros, and Wasim, and shout out to Dr. Carter. Very nice clan. That's it.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on the channel, man. You killed it. You did a really good job explaining, how to beat overlevel players, and you demonstrated it as well. So thanks again, Zareldo. Appreciate it, man.
Happy to be back.
All right, guys, that is going to do it. Let me know what you think of this video, what you thought of this video. We can do another one like it again in the future. Check out Zareldo's information, everything he listed below in the show notes below, along with his player stats and profile. Thanks to statsroyale.com. Huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner, and shout out to all the underlevel players out there, man. Life is hard for an underlevel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.